Anderson, happy holidays from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What a matchup we have for you tonight. Marquette and Buffalo. The Bulls coming off a big win on the road at Syracuse a moment ago. Their head coach, Nate Oates, in the locker room.
But fellas, you played like men Tuesday night, plus 13 on the glass. That's why we won the game. All right, let's try to get plus 10 on the glass again tonight. All right, now this is bigger, more athletic. They're not playing a zone, so we can still kill them on the glass, in my opinion. All right, we just got to play harder than them. Play harder, play more physical, play smart, though. I don't want to give you stupid stuff. Your effort's great when you know you're out-rebounding somebody, when you're killing them on the glass like we did Tuesday night. So if our effort's great and we're plus 10, we're winning the game. There's no question in my mind. So let's make sure max effort tonight. Everybody's playing hard, playing for each other. Let's get this thing done. Let's go blue collar on three. 1, 2, 3. Blue collar. Let's go.
That is Watertown, Wisconsin native Nate Oates. And with that, we welcome you from Fiserv Forum. Brian Anderson with Stephen Bardo. Great to have you with us tonight. And Bardo, this is a fantastic matchup on the non-conference schedule. Buffalo is real. They took down Arizona in the NCAA tournament last year. This could be one of Marquette's toughest challenges.
I agree with you, Brian. In terms of a Buffalo team that averages over 80 points a game. Stealth offensively, they're tough on the glass. They're number 14 in the country for a reason. Don't get the MAC label confused. This team can play with anybody in the country.
Powerhouse team coming out of that MAC conference. And their lineup, let's take a look at the starting lineup, sponsored by the Jeep Grand Cherokee. C.J. Massenberg is their top scorer, but this is a veteran-laden team in Buffalo. Meanwhile, Marquette, they come in here at 9-2. They're trying to win their 9th consecutive home game, and we're going to look at two of the best guards in the country in this matchup.
Yeah, Marcus Howard, we've grown accustomed to seeing his wizardry here in the Big East territory, and he's doing a fantastic job. Is shooting the ball a lot better in his last game, 9 of 13 from the field. And C.J. Massenberg, I tell you, he has not seen a shot he doesn't like. Well-rounded all-around game. Ought to be a fun one.
Well, the Bulls are 11-0, one of 8 undefeated teams remaining in the country. It is a packed house on a Friday night, and away we go. And Massenberg right away gets up a 3, and it's 3-0 in the first 6 seconds.
And this is a senior-laden ball club, the Buffalo Bulls, so they're not going to be intimidated by this hostile environment.
This will be an up-and-down game. Theo John, good entry pass. He gets Marquette scoring started. This is going to feel like an NBA pace here tonight. You take a look at our officials. Roger Ayers, Lamar Simpson, and Tony Henderson. And on the take, and a foul. That's going to be a block. Javon Graves going to the hole. He'll go to the free throw line. Steve Wojciechowski, this is year number 5. The 42-year-old Maryland native has his best team in his time at Marquette. 2 years ago, he took the Golden Eagles to the NCAA tournament, and with their non-conference resume, they are in a position not just to go to the NCAA tournament. If they handle business in the Big East, they could get a very good seed come NCAA tournament time as well.
Talking about that non-conference, Brian, at Indiana. Kansas on neutral court, Louisville on the neutral court, Kansas State here, Wisconsin here, and now number 14, Buffalo. I'm not sure you could have crafted a more difficult non-conference slate for Steve Wojciechowski.
And Graves hits 1 out of 2. And here comes Marquette with Marcus Howard running the point. He's got the Hauser brothers on the wings. Theo John and Sakar Adam making up the starting 5 for Marquette. Sam Hauser, older brother of Joey. And Hauser, easy bucket. You'll see Buffalo, they'll try to draw a lot of charges. That was certainly a flop that was correctly not called. And it left open spaces for Sam Hauser.
I love Sam Hauser's patience.
Jordan kicks it. This is Jeremy Harris in the corner, and another 3 is down. High-volume three-point shooting team, the Buffalo Bulls.
And Jeremy Harris really hasn't gotten on track like we've seen him in his career. A little slow start to the season. Missed 10 threes against Syracuse, but he's very capable.
Here's Howard. He comes up short, gets his zone, and a little teardrop high off the window. Still alive, and out of the pack comes Devontae Jordan. Massenberg a 3. And their first miss as Hauser pulls down the board. Sam Hauser with the rebound. Howard, crossover all the way in, and into the neck it goes. A wedgie here in Milwaukee.
Nice wedgie there. I like the call, Brian. Let's go back to Sam Hauser and watch the patience. He knows he's got a size advantage, Brian. He just crab dribbles in the paint. Nice job of taking his time. And then good penetration by the Bulls, leaving Harris a good look in the corner pocket.
Buffalo coming off a win on the road against Syracuse. Here's John, a little spin. He's fouled. He'll head to the line. Theo John aggressive inside. They get Montel McRae with that foul.
It's good to see Theo John being aggressive. That's the second time he's looked for his offense. Coming off last game where he banged his ankle up a little bit, so he looks fresh and ready to go tonight.
Yeah, John played just 9 minutes in Marquette's win over North Dakota. That was a blowout win, 92-66. It sent Marquette to 8-0 here at Fiserv Forum. 9-2 is their season record. And those losses coming on the road at Indiana and on a neutral site against Kansas.
In that game, you have 3 or 4 games where you just don't get anything done right.
There's the lob, and up top, throw it down. Graves set up beautifully by Jeremy Harris.
Boy, that was a great call. No defensive rotation by Marquette. A line, an easy dunk at the rim.
Sam Hauser backing down Graves, and a little turnaround is good. So efficient. Hauser with 21 points, 5 rebounds against North Dakota. Massenberg as the ball pops for the Bulls, and another 3 is down. 6 quick points for C.J. Massenberg.
What our viewers will notice about this Buffalo team is the ball finds the open man more often than not. They share the basketball, they play at a high rate, and they take care of the basketball. Only 11 turnovers per game, averaging more than 80 points.
83.9 is their points per game average. They make 9.5 three-pointers a game as Sakar Adam misses on his first try. Massenberg with Joey Hauser on him, draws the foul, and he'll head to the line.
Let's go back and take a look at that Graves lob. You see right here on the backside, Graves loses Joey Hauser right there on the back screen. Nice execution by the Bulls. And you see Massenberg sailing in off a nice hockey assist there. Massenberg back at the line.
Jeremy Harris already with a couple of assists. C.J. Massenberg, an 84% free throw shooter. Nearly 18 points a game. He has 7+ rebounds per game as well. And this is the other part of Buffalo's story. They have a wave of talent coming off the bench. Nick Perkins, one of their best scorers, is a bench player and gets his first minutes of the game.
You're talking about a Bulls team, Brian, that 9 players average 10 minutes or more. So they've got a lot of depth. They can run different people at you. They're a little undersized in terms of Big East size, but they don't lack anything in terms of heart.
Massenberg with a quick 8 points already. Ed Morrow checks in for the first time for Theo John. Morrow coming off a career game. He gets the rebound here and is blocked by Perkins. Morrow gets it back. A battle of bigs inside. Swapping paint in the paint.
That's going to be some sparks coming out of that paint when those two are in there. Perkins and Morrow.
Morrow coming off an 18-point game against North Dakota. Career best for him. Had scored 14 total in his previous 3 games before he dropped 18 in their last matchup. Also 8 rebounds. Harris gets by Morrow. In and out. Offensive rebound. And a third chance here for Buffalo. This is Jordan now. And it's Adam who finally secures the board.
You heard at the top of the broadcast when we had our camera in the huddle that Buffalo and Coach Oates think they can win the battle on the glass. He kept imploring his team, we want to win the battle of the glass by 10, at least 10.
What a thrill for Nate Oates to be back in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He's from this area. He's from Watertown, Wisconsin. Played his college ball for his father, Larry, at Maranatha. It's about a 45-minute drive from Fiserv Forum to his hometown. Jordan kicks it. Here's Graves. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Marquette takes a charge to Carr Adam. Take your breath. Up and down they go. It's the Bulls and the Golden Eagles tonight on FS1. The remaining unbeatens, it is down to 8. Kansas sits at 10-0 atop the country. Michigan out of the Big Ten won their first 11. Then Virginia had that heartbreak in the tournament last year. How about the Houston Cougars? Phi Slamma Jamma renewed. The Paladins of Furman are 12-0. St. John's, Shamory Ponds, Nevada, team that made it to the Elite Eight last year. And there are the Bulls of Buffalo, who burst onto the scene after winning the MAC tournament last season. Nate Oates and company taking down Toledo, and then they upset Arizona and almost beat Kentucky in Boise, Idaho last year in the tournament. 3 times into the NCAA tournament. The first year, 2015, was under Bob Hurley. Hurley goes to Arizona State. Nate Oates takes over as head coach, and he has been twice. And they've got a program built to last in Buffalo.
Buffalo trying to be the first team to win 4 conference titles in 5 years. I'll tell you how tough the MAC conference is.
Joseph Chartouni just on the floor, misses his first opportunity. Devontae Jordan working with Perkins. Jordan on the take with the left hand. Can't get the bounce, and Joey Hauser there to secure the rebound.
Well, Jordan's gotten into the paint almost at will here in the first half.
Joey Hauser with double-digit rebounds against North Dakota, had 10. Only 5 points, but 10 boards and 6 assists. That's off Marquette. That'll be Buffalo ball.
It's going to be interesting. The forward position for Marquette. They got great size with Hauser brothers. Also Bailey in the game, but they're really guarding guys who are 6'3" and under. So who can turn that matchup in their favor? Have to keep an eye on that.
Here's Harris, the left-hander. He is very crafty around the rim, and Harris with 5 points in the early going. It is Buffalo by 6. Chartouni and Howard on the floor together. Chartouni will handle most of the point guard duties with Howard playing the 2.
Good help defense by Perkins that time. Looked like Howard was going to get to the rim.
Brendan Bailey with an air ball, and it's off the leg of Ed Morrow. And back in the hands of the Bulls. Bailey has struggled from the three-point line this year. He missed 2 years, was on a Mormon mission coming out of high school. Son of Thurl Bailey. He's made just 5 3-pointers this season. Massenberg is fouled. I think Steve Wojciechowski wanting a hook on Massenberg as he turned the corner. So the 3rd team foul. Chartouni picks up his first.
Buffalo is just so tough to guard. They will shoot the 3, willing 3-point shoots, but they can put it on the deck and really hurt you on penetration.
A little step back by Harris. They got all kinds of swagger as well. Jeremy Harris, he's got 8 already. He and Massenberg delivering the 3 ball. 4 made 3s thus far. Chartouni looking for Hauser inside. Got a mismatch here. Carruthers giving up 6 inches, and Hauser rises above him, misses. There's Massenberg with a rebound.
That's a high percentage shot by Marquette, though. I like them going to Hauser, trying to take advantage of that.
Massenberg takes Hauser on, misses the layup in transition. Bailey will get it back to Chartouni, and now Marquette in their offense, and that's an offensive foul. Carruthers hits the deck. 2nd foul on Marcus Howard.
Watch Harris get to the rim and just finish with some strength at the rim. Nice job. And then the change of pace, has more on his heels. Step back 3. Jeremy Harris starting to get into the groove here.
Jeremy Harris in that opening round matchup against Arizona last year scored 23 points. Harris averaging 13 a game, and he walks with it. A carry and a turnover for Buffalo.
And Harris trying to talk to Roger Ayers. Trying to tell him, I don't know about that one, but this is good for Marquette. This is a little bit of adversity here early in this game. Down 9, your leading scorer on the bench. How do you respond?
Saw Marcus Howard on the bench with those 2 fouls. He started this game 0 for 4 after going 9 for 13 against North Dakota on Tuesday. Hauser draws the double team. Here's Morrow now and Perkins.
Marquette's got poor floor spacing that time.
Shot clock down to 3. Chartuni's got to go. Chartuni puts it up. And a foul with the shot clock at 2. Chartuni draws the contact.
Joseph made a nice heads-up play. Shot clock running down. They had a kind of a raggedy possession that time. He made something out of nothing.
Transfer from Fordham, a native of Montreal, Quebec. In his first year, which will be his only year at Marquette, the grad transfer. Outstanding player in the Atlantic 10 at Fordham. Jamal Cain enters. He and Theo John on the floor. First minutes of the night for Cain. And Morrow and Bailey will sit. Marquette is a much deeper team this year, and probably as deep as they've been in the Wojciechowski era. Now in year 5, John keeps it alive. Chartuni hits the first. Another opportunity for Marquette.
Wow, look how close Buffalo is playing defensively on the ball.
Chartuni lost the handle. Out of bounds off of Carruthers, Buffalo. That'll be Marquette ball. 14 on the shot clock.
So right now, if you're Marquette, I'd like to see some more set plays. Not just to get Sam Hauser on the block, but kind of move him around a little bit. Maybe bring him off some screens. He's going to have a height advantage, and that's where they need to look right now.
Steve Wojciechowski had concerns about the turnovers. Nice on the out-of-bounds play. The baseline out of bounds ends up in the hands of Hauser, and an easy 2. 6-point game. Segu on the floor for the first time. Sets up Massenberg. Ball's popping. Here's McCray for 3. And Cain with the rebound.
Get some early offense here if you're Marquette.
Looking inside, John, and a foul on McCray. As John was going to the hole, that's number 2 on Montel McCray.
Nice read by Hauser. He took advantage of the Bulls and their miscommunication on the inbounds defense. Sam Hauser, you got to ride him right now until you can get Marcus Howard back in the game.
Sam's turning into one of the more efficient players in the collegiate game. 41% three-point shooter, one of the best free throw shooters in the Big East. Here's Chartuni for 3. A little short. John, he's a beast in there. Theo John, 2-handed flush.
Brock Bertrand got a slight initiation right there on the offensive rebound.
We'll take a break. Officials want to chat. Timeout on the floor. Theo John, Minnesota native, outside Minneapolis, making that rim shake.
Icing the ball screen. Guards get into the ball.
Steve Wojciechowski in the huddle a moment ago. Not pleased, not playing well. Marquette a little out of sorts to start this game with the Buffalo Bulls. Now, Theo John, just as we were going to break, there was a little commotion on the floor. That was a technical taunting after the made basket is what the lead official, Roger Ayers, came over and told us. So, technical free throw coming for Buffalo.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. And here's the thing, Brian. The people that make the rules have never fought against people in the lane and gone up and dunked the basketball. Because if they knew how hard it is to dunk the basketball in a game of this nature, you would scream too. You would holler as well. But those guys that make the rules, they don't understand that. So I applaud Theo John for showing some emotion. It might get his team going here.
Well, it's a 4-point game. Massenberg shooting the technical foul shots. And it'll be Buffalo ball. already a very entertaining start to this game. We knew it would be there. Buffalo is off to this fantastic start. They beat West Virginia on the road, beat Syracuse on the road. This team has 4 true road wins this year, and Marquette has this great home vibe going at Fiserv Forum. Packed house tonight. It is pushing a sellout on a Friday night here in Milwaukee.
Oh, a lot of contact on that 3 attempt. But Massenburg didn't say anything. Good defense that time by Marquette.
Chartuni still running the point, and a foul. It's going to be on Buffalo. Going to get Ronaldo Segu, and he'll head to the bench.
Number 3, Javon Graves. Number 4, Devontae Jordan.
Ronaldo Segu is quite the Instagram fan. Not fan, rather. He's got 114,000 followers on Instagram, so he's doing a good job of building his brand.
Nice. What's your total up to now?
Probably 2,600 at best. Nobody wants to hear from an old 50-year-old man.
No reflection on your character, Barrow. Inside to Theo John. Double team comes, and it's swiped away by Graves. In transition, Buffalo. This is a premier defensive team. Their guards are as good as it gets in the country defensively. And wave it off. That'll be a traveler 3-step for Jeremy Harris. So he's had a couple of turnovers, has Harris. And Marquette has the ball back, down 5.
Tony Henderson was emphatic on that call. He was in good position to make it. Marcus Howard back in the game. Let's see how Marquette adjusts their offense.
Jonathan Williams on the floor for the first time for Buffalo. 11 in black. Howard returns. And here's Adam now. Spin, blocked at the rim. Right with him, step for step, Javon Graves.
Javon Graves, not one of the seniors, but he's playing like a senior. No fear whatsoever. Good job of blocking the shot without fouling.
This is one of the oldest teams, more experienced teams in the country. And most of their players returning from last year. Wow, look at that move. And Jordan scores it, count it. Goaltend by Theo John. Well, in a flash, Devontae Jordan gets himself free.
Spin cycle, past 2 defenders, gets to the rim and forces Theo John on the goaltend. Devontae Jordan has been aggressive to start this game.
Jordan averages just shy of 8 points a game. He's a facilitator, 3.5 assists per game. But their best defender, and he's checking Marcus Howard now. Adam on the take, a little right-handed hook, too strong, gets his zone, not there, gets it again. 3rd time's a charm for Sakar Adam.
I like Sakar Adam playing bully ball right now. He's got a size advantage. He's going up against a tough defender in Dante Carruthers, but he stuck with it.
Marquette getting most of their points in the paint, all but 3. Perkins, he can fire it from out there and rattles it down, and around it goes. His first made basket, 3-pointer good for Nick Perkins, the big man who can shoot it. That's a block on Jordan. Sorry, that was an anxious moment right there. Marcus Howard with 2 fouls. But draws the block. 0 for 5 to start his night.
But you see he's a little tentative. Like when you get those early fouls, you're kind of playing on eggshells a little bit. He just needs a jumper to fall and then loosen him up a little bit.
Both Howard and C.J. Massenburg on the Oscar Robinson list for guards in the country. 2 of the best in the game right here in this matchup tonight. Hot pass. Hauser's on the deck. He's got company, and finally it is a whistle and a held ball. Possession arrow belongs to Buffalo.
I want to tell you something. Dante Carruthers played Marcus Howard on that drive as well as anybody I've seen guard Marcus Howard this season. He jumped away from Howard. Howard does a great job of drawing body contact. That time he was unable to because Dante Carruthers made the right adjustment.
He stifled Tyus Battle of Syracuse in their matchup on Wednesday. Or on Tuesday, I should say. Here's Perkins again. That one's too strong. Here comes Howard out of the pack. Wants to run it. Buffalo gets back well. Howard draws a lot of attention. Bullet pass to Adam. He'll pull a three. And it's Graves with the board. Marquette got a good look, couldn't cash it in. Graves a crossover, spins, kicks it. Williams now on the take. Hangs, it's Morrow with the rebound.
Good job by Morrow. Building a wall defensively.
Marquette tries to get a lot in transition. It's going to be tough against Buffalo. Carruthers disrupted that possession. And we have a travel. And it'll stay in the possession of Marquette. Three-point shots are falling early, Steven.
One of the most unselfish teams in college basketball. That's one of the reasons why they're number 14 in the nation. The ball finds the open man on this team. Senior Layton Ball Club, they understand that if one of them shines, they all shine. And they have a great team chemistry, and it shows the way that they share the rock.
5 for 11 from behind the arc. Marquette has yet to make a three. Hauser brothers back on the floor. Morrow gives it to Sam Hauser. He'll pull a three. And the first make. Missed the first 6. 9 points for Sam Hauser. Harris quickly on the attack. Kicks it. Massenberg for three. Kane the rebound.
See how quickly Marquette's got to get back defensively and contest long shots.
Howard, yes! Back-to-back possessions with the three ball. 2-point game.
What a great response by Marquette. Marcus Howard goes out of the game with 2 fouls. It doesn't matter. They keep their composure. Now they're right back in the game.
Crowd's into it now. Harris, checked by Joey Hauser. Now Perkins on Morrow. Shot clock down to 9. It's rare that Buffalo gets deep in the clock. And that is blocked. Kane flying high. Got a piece of that. Howard on the move. Jordan recovers.
Oh, man.
And now a turnover. And Graves on the run. Kane won't challenge. Flying high for the jam. Relentless defensively. Jordan caused the turnover. Graves cleans it up.
This is how Marquette's gotten back in the game. Sam Hauser, nice job saying, I need to rock more. Marcus Howard, we've seen this before. Marquette right back in the game.
FS1 College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Fiserv Forum, downtown Milwaukee. Moment ago, Nate Oates in the Buffalo huddle.
Hey, fellas, we have got to play harder than them. We're not playing harder than them right now. Fellas, on the glass, that's, you want to know effort? 9 to 19. They're up 10 on the glass. Literally, Devontae drives, shoots. 4 guys just stand here and watch. If we're going to win this game, this stuff's got to get fixed. They have 9 on boards, we have 7 defense.
Fiery coach of the Bulls of Buffalo, his wife Crystal is here, a cancer survivor, got the 3 daughters. Matter of fact, Nate Oates has 19 tickets out today. He got his parents, his sisters. It's a homecoming for him, the Wisconsin native. And Nate Oates pointing out something that you talked about during that timeout as well, the rebound discrepancy as Graves misses the free throw. That was an area Buffalo thought they could exploit with Marquette. It hasn't been the case.
No, Marquette 19-9 advantage right now on the glass. 29 after that missed free throw. And Marquette 10-0 advantage on second chance points. So Marquette doing exactly what they need to do to stay in this game in spite of foul trouble to Marcus Howard.
Back-to-back possessions with 3. Now Joey Hauser makes it 3 consecutive trips down the floor. It was Sam, it was Howard, and now it is Joey. 1-point game, under 7 to go. In this first half, inside to Perkins. Perkins, the lefty, not there. Sam on the board.
Ed Morrow doing an outstanding job defensively. Getting Perkins out of his comfort zone and forcing a tough look.
Chartouni, shifty, good ball movement. Joey Hauser. First Marquette lead. 4 consecutive possessions with 3-pointers made. Perkins. Adam with a rebound. Remember, Marquette doing all of this with Howard on the bench after that last timeout. He's got 2 fouls.
Got to go to the Hauser family connection.
Here's Joey again. Oh, another one goes. 5 in a row for Marquette. A blitz. Marquette started this game 0 for 6 from behind the arc. Hit 2 before the timeout. They've hit 3 since the last timeout.
Well, the Hauser brothers have taken over, and they're taking turns of getting looks from the three-point line, also putting a lot of pressure on the defense. Buffalo not getting some of the calls that they want, allowing them open looks. 15-2 run for Marquette, all on three-point shots.
The Hauser brothers, Stevens Point area senior high, the Spash brothers, they are called here at Marquette. Younger brother Joey, older brother Sam, they've been on point. Crowd is up. Marquette with a lead. Let's see if Buffalo has an answer. Devontae Jordan with Morrow on him on the switch. That's a mismatch. Jordan lets him go by. And an easy basket.
I'm telling you what, Devontae Jordan has been really aggressive. I mean, every time he gets the basketball, he's looking to break down his defender off the bounce.
Marquette is really 2 teams. The team that is without Marcus Howard on the floor. Chartuni can't hit the layup. They play a lot differently when Howard's not on the floor.
They do, and they have to space the floor a lot better. They share the rock a little bit. We've seen that.
Jeremy Harris picked up his dribble. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Very entertaining matchup. Number 20 Marquette. Number 14 Buffalo. This non-conference has given us some great matchups. Massenberg short. Rebound Carruthers. No. Perkins gets another chance. And Perkins misses. Gets his own. And it's going the other way. Offensive foul will give the ball back to Marquette.
I'm going to tell you something. Nate Oates may get a technical behind this. He's smiling right now, but he did not like that call initially.
Well, he's got his parents right behind him, so, you know, he's maybe on his best behavior. Although he's the son of a coach.
Yeah, that's true.
If anybody would know, it would be the Oates family. Howard soon to check back in. Free throws here for Chartuni. Joseph Chartuni, a rare trip to the line. Only has 9 free throw attempts all season prior to tonight. And he misses the first one.
This is about as impressive as I've seen Marquette all season long. Even when they took apart Kansas State, they beat Wisconsin in overtime. Buffalo came out hitting on all cylinders. Your leading scorer gets 2 fouls, and yet you find a way to retake the lead.
Dante Carruthers hits a 3, his first basket. 6th made three-pointer for the Bulls, and we're tied at 32. Marquette 5 for 11 from behind the arc. Here's Adam. And that step through runs into traffic. Carruthers knocked it out. Interesting, Steve Wojciechowski pulled Howard back. Now he's going to return him to the floor.
Sees the car in him. Carruthers like, no, I might be 6'1", but this is my chance to get a nice block.
6'1" guys don't get to do that very often. Massenberg jumps the lane, throws it off Hauser. And Buffalo will get it back.
Marquette has tried to make a couple passes that look open, but Buffalo is so quick and fast that what looks open for a split second may close up as soon as you release the pass.
Interesting. So it's going offense-defense here with 4 minutes left. Howard on the bench now as Buffalo goes back on offense. Chartuni returns, trying to protect those fouls. Howard with 2 early ones. Jeremy Harris, little step back 3, blocked by John. Marquette stepping up to defensive pressure. And Harris and John come together. Foul on Harris of Buffalo. Free throws coming. Nate Oates having a word. All tied at Fiserv Forum. All right, Mike, thanks. Good slate of games tonight and great slate of games tomorrow. You see Kansas at the top of the heap in the AP. At 10-0 this year. Michigan State won tonight. They beat Oakland by 30. But speaking of mid-majors, very much like Buffalo, there is one lurking at number 6 in the country, the Wolfpack of Nevada, an Elite 8 team last year.
And Aaron Musselman's got a crew out there in Reno, Nevada, and they seem to not have missed a beat from their success in last year's tournament run.
Well, the Martin twins to be reckoned with. Theo John was fouled underneath, away from the ball. He'll shoot free throws here in the bonus. 1 and 1. Marquette leads the Big East in team free throws. They've struggled tonight, but it's a back tap by Joey Hauser. They'll get another chance.
I think Marquette may lead the Big East in back taps. They do an excellent job, but they can't get the offensive rebound.
Kickball for Jordan, Devontae Jordan. 3:44 remaining in this first half. 22 on the shot clock. Marquette went on a 15-2 run. 5 straight possessions. They made 3-pointers to take their first lead. And now we're tied at 32. Chartouni, a lot of minutes tonight with Howard in foul trouble. Shot clock at 9. Joey Hauser, double team comes. Harris knocks it out of bounds. 7 on the shot clock.
That was good help defense because Joey Hauser was going to take Massenberg into the post.
And with the shot clock low, Sam Hauser will re-enter. Hauser with 12 points. Got to get into something quick here. Chartouni, he'll fire a 3. Yes! It's another 3 for Marquette. Missed their first 6. Have not missed since. They're up 3. Sam Hauser checks Jordan. Massenberg, Buffalo's top scorer. Theo John on him. Tries to get by him. Can't. Travel. Turnover. Buffalo. Theo John was with him step for step.
Chartouni taking the screen. A little pressure from the shot clock. Didn't matter. Joseph stepped up with some confidence on that one.
His first made 3 of the night. Chartouni shoots it at 32% from behind the arc. Another turnover from Massenberg. Gives Marquette a shot to add. And Joey to Sam. 3-pointers long. Harris with the rebound. Here come the Bulls. Step back 3. Harris. And John flying high for the rebound.
Thought that was too quick of a release for Jeremy Harris. I love his pace and you know how he changes things up, but you got to give your teammates a chance to get settled.
John's played great minutes here for Marquette. He's been a difference maker in the paint. Has had a block. Has been excellent defensively. Had a big dunk. Shot clock again. Late, goes to 5, 4. John gives it up. Chartouni gives it up. And I'm going to get one up. And it is a shot clock violation. That one dribble costs Sakar Adam.
Well, that was a superb defensive possession by Buffalo. However, it looked like there was a couple guys that were going to be open for Marquette. The defense scrambled, quickly covered each other's backside. Nice defensive possession by the Bulls.
Wojo brings Bailey on. Annam will sit. Buffalo down 3 with the ball. Under 2 to go. Here's Jordan. Stepped on the baseline. And it's a Buffalo turnover. As confident, as efficient as Buffalo was to start this game, Marquette's adjusted maybe their effort and their game plan a little. They've got them rattled a bit.
Well, you don't hear this a lot with Marquette basketball, but they are top 25 in the country according to Ken Palm. Opponent field goal percentage shooting. So Marquette is an elite defensive ball club, and that's starting to show up here at the back end of the first half.
A defensive rating of 90.9, 43rd in the country. Much different look for Marquette this year. Nice save, Bailey. John. There's a cut by Chartouni. Chartouni is fouled. Good action for Marquette offensively. The Hauser brothers. Once Howard went to the bench, Sam and Joey took over.
Yeah, they've done a good job of utilizing their size advantage. Whether it's outside, inside, they've really taken their time. They knew that they were going to be the focal point once Marcus Howard went down with foul trouble, and they stepped up beautifully here in the first half.
combining for 18 points, 9 apiece. Chartouni hits the first free throw. Buffalo had 19 points in the first 6 minutes of this game. They've only scored 13 since. Meanwhile, Marquette getting a lot of production minus Howard. Howard on the bench with those 2 fouls, just 1 for 7 from the field, and 5 turnovers for one of the great guards in the country. 5-point lead, Marquette.
Brian, remember when Marquette got down 9 and Marcus Howard got 2 fouls? And I said, this is a great test for them. Well, they passed with flying colors here in the first half.
John with the block. Sam Hauser short. Bounces. Back tap into the hands of Jordan. Now Carruthers comes away with it. He's on the take. Carruthers hangs and one. Dante Carruthers going strong to the glass, taking the contact. And a chance at a 3-point play. He's giving up 7 inches to Sam Hauser, still scores it.
Yeah, Carruthers showing you how tough he is. Doesn't mind the contact from the big fella. Takes the bump, keeps his eye on the rim. Beautiful finish.
Dante Carruthers from Rochester, New York. Another senior on this Buffalo roster. Steve Wojciechowski wants a timeout. 1 minute to go in this very entertaining first half. College hoops on FS1 in Milwaukee tonight. Buffalo, one of the 8 unbeatens remaining in the country, and Marquette has a lead on the Bulls on their home floor, 37-35, as we come down to the final stretch here of this first half. Brian Anderson with Stephen Bardo and Nate Oates, bringing his Bulls out of the Mid-American Conference and tournament champions last year, regular season and tournament champions last year.
And they're going for 4 out of 5 seasons being the conference champion. That's never happened in the MAC conference. So it tells you how good this Bulls program has been.
Turnover, Joey Hauser, bad pass, Massenberg jumped the lane. Massenberg scored 8 points in the first 3 minutes, has just 1 since, and he'll let Jordan initiate the offense. 4 seniors on the floor right now for Buffalo. Perkins gives it up. Harris, 3-pointer is up and is good. Jeremy Harris has 11 now.
It's a set play for Harris coming off of the kind of the short corner post up by Perkins, comes off, gets a handoff. Nice shot, nice execution.
Marcus Howard, shot clock off. Howard, and it is blocked. A foul prior to. Jordan fouls Howard on the take. Well, that was close for Marcus Howard. He almost traveled. Howard has 5 turnovers. Been a rough start for him.
Marcus Howard got a scorer's call that time. Only 1 of 7 from the field so far, 5 turnovers.
Howard did hit a key 3-pointer as part of a 15-2 run. He's one of the best free throw shooters in the country. Just shy of 90% from the line. And he hits them both. And Marquette all back on top with Sakar Annam returning. And Howard will sit. Clock ticks, got to get one up. Jordan, it's off in time, comes up short. And that'll take us to the end of the first half. Boy, that was fun. That was outstanding. Looking forward to the second half here in Milwaukee. Marquette will hit the locker room up 8 points. 39-38 Marquette on the other side. It's Mike Hill and Steve Lavin from our Fox studios in Los Angeles. FS1 College College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. On a Friday night, downtown Milwaukee. Happy holidays from all of us here at Fox. Marquette, a 1-point lead over the Bulls of Buffalo from the MAC. Hi, everybody. Brian Anderson with Stephen Bardo, just about ready for the second half. That was a terrific first half of play. Up and down pace. Both teams withstood some runs.
They did, and I was really impressed with both teams on the offensive end. But the defense stepped up at the back half of the first half on both sides. Both teams shooting less than 40% from the field. Marquette doing an excellent job, plus 11 on the glass.
These are two very good defensive teams. Marcus Howard did not do much in that first half. Made one three-pointer as part of a 15-2 run. Hit a couple of free throws late. Also turned it over 5 times. Meanwhile, C.J. Massenberg, a fast start, but a slow finish to the half. Buffalo is trying to remain among the ranks of the undefeated. There is an undefeated team in Furman playing at LSU tonight. They are trailing at this point, so we'll keep an eye on these two. That list could shrink to 6 before the night is over. Marquette has first possession. Sam Hauser following his zone, and now breakaway for Buffalo. Graves gives it up. No, Adam running the floor, and a steal.
Graves just shows you an excellent example of how today's college basketball, Brian, 2-on-1 fast break, 3-on-2 fast break, it really doesn't exist. These guys don't know how to run them.
Perkins starts the second half. Adam goes right at him. John can't follow. Jordan with his head up, runs the break, gives it up. Massenberg takes the contact. Sam Hauser closing out too aggressively. That'll be number 2 on the Elder Hauser.
Savvy play by Massenberg right there to draw the contact. He struggled in the first half, only 2 of 8, 2 of 6 from 3. Expect him to be more aggressive here.
Marquette goes with their same starting 5 to open up the second half. Buffalo with 4 of their 5 starters. Here's the only bench player. It's Perkins. He is fouled going to the hole. And number 3 on Sam Hauser. He picks up 2 quick ones in this second half.
And that may be more detrimental than Marcus Howard getting in foul trouble. Sam Hauser does so many things for this team on both ends of the floor. Underrated rebounder, underrated passer. We know he can score the rock.
3 fouls. He has 9 points, does Hauser. Coming off a 21-point game on Tuesday. Perkins unable to connect on the first free throw. And Chartouni is in for Hauser. And he'll have a quick chat with his head coach. Wojciechowski navigated the foul trouble of Marcus Howard very well. Give the Hauser brothers a lot of credit for that. And I thought Chartouni controlled the game pretty well, running the point in Howard's absence.
He not only controlled it well, he hit a big-time 3, got the ball where it needed to go, and you know he's stellar on the defensive end.
And they seem a little ragged on the field goal percentage, which it is. Both teams are in the high 30s, but it has been a defensive grind-them-out matchup tonight. Joey Hauser, patient, can't get it to fall. That's Perkins who rips down the rebound.
Still a high percentage shot by Marquette. You've got the size advantage. You got Joey Hauser, who had a good first half offensively. You want him to stay aggressive.
Jordan trying to turn the corner with the left hand. Gets a friendly bounce. Devontae Jordan.
Does this look like a Big East Conference game in terms of how physical it is, Brian?
Chartouni for 3. His second hit from behind the arc. Marquette back on top. It is very physical, and there are a lot of strong players on these rosters here that can take the contact and go to the hole. Buffalo's giving up a lot of size, height-wise, but they stand in with anyone. There's an answer by C.J. Massenberg. 44% three-point shooter this year. Massenberg with 12. Howard, little teardrop, short. Massenberg the board. Buffalo by a point with the ball. Massenberg. And it is swatted by Theo John.
Good job by Theo John, not giving up on the play. The defensive backflow, good timing, sends it into the third row. Joseph Chartouni starting to get hot there to offset Marcus Howard.
Chartouni with 9 points in 13 minutes. Chartooni's hit a couple of threes. The third block for John, make it 4. 4 blocks for Theo John. Now he runs it down on the floor. John gets it to Adam. He's on the deck. And a timeout, Marquette. Both of these coaches preaching effort in shoot-around today. They're getting a lot of it here tonight.
Coach Wojciechowski wants effort and enthusiasm. He's getting just that from Theo John. Nasty putback slam. This is called a goaltend, but you love the effort. And then watch him hustle back defensively. Not fouling. And then this is great effort. Block. First player on the deck, on the floor. He's going to save, pass it to his teammate Sakar Anum so he can get the timeout. Theo John, 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Having an outstanding game this evening.
Those numbers in 13 minutes. Remember, he left the last game Tuesday night against North Dakota with an ankle injury. Hardly played in that game. As Bardo had mentioned earlier, just 9 minutes. 4 points in that game. Was really not a presence, and they didn't need him on Tuesday night. He's been a beast here tonight. Marquette with a basketball. Howard and Chartouni on the floor together, and there's a steal by Massenberg. Unforced error, Marquette. Turnover.
That's a senior reading the scouting report, coming up with that steal, C.J. Massenberg.
Shot clock, plenty of time. Harris will pull it, and it's Carruthers with the rebound. Dump it inside, Perkins, and a foul. Joey Hauser from behind. Joey Hauser very active, almost had a steal. Picks up his second foul. His older brother Sam is on the Marquette bench with 3 fouls. And Sam Perkins, Nick Perkins, I should say, will head to the line. That's taking me back a little ways.
Was that a Freudian slip?
Sleepy Sam. Nick Perkins, twice the MAC 6 Man of the Year. I asked Nate Oates why Perkins comes off the bench. He's one of their better scorers. The ball passes through him often when he's on the floor. He goes, you know, last year I couldn't really afford to put him in the starting lineup. He gets so energetic to start the game. He'd have 2 fouls before the under-16 timeout. So he comes off the bench, but he plays starters minutes.
No, and I like that. Nate Oates understanding his personnel, Brian. So a lot of times you have starters that get in foul trouble often like that. He recognized that his guy gets too pumped up. He needs to watch the game first from the bench.
Theo John backing Perkins down, gives it up. Kane, and he makes the little layup. That was a beautiful lead by Theo John. Passing in tight windows. Now John ends up on Carruthers, and he'll be called for the foul. A push. That's number 2 on Theo John.
I'm okay with that. There's still effort, but take a look at Theo John. You don't see big men with a pocket pass like that. Right to Jamal Kane for the easy deuce.
Looks like a hidden ball trick right there. 2 fouls. John on his way to the bench, more for a breather than anything else. Ed Morrow checks in. He's got Harris now, and Harris, the left-hander, so skilled around the basket, scores, and he's got 13.
Jeremy Harris and C.J. Massenberg are going to start picking it up.
Marcus Howard ties it up. So Howard with 5 in the first half, gets loose for his first 3 of the second half. 8 points for Howard. He's just 2 for 9, but his 2 made field goals are 3-pointers. Jordan finds Harris. Harris on the take, pull up, good.
I told you Jeremy Harris is going to start looking for his shot. Just so smooth. And that left hand. Lefties always have a slight advantage, because when you're defending, Brian, you're naturally used to guarding right-handers. That slight hesitation gives them an advantage.
Kane will pull up. Good answer for Marquette.
Well, Jamal Kane got that layup to go. Now that jumper feels better.
Jamal Kane's playing time has been limited here lately, but had some good minutes Tuesday against North Dakota. Has answered again tonight. Massenberg, too strong. Kane flying high for the board. Marquette can take the lead. Here's Howard for 3. That's Harris with the board. Up ahead, Carruthers. He's got Jordan running with him. Carruthers goes to the hole. and count it, and one for Dante Carruthers. He is fearless going to the basket. Second and one of the night for Carruthers.
Marcus Howard, the quickest release in college basketball. Nothing but cotton over two defenders. And then the last drive, Dante Carruthers, redshirt senior, making this one memorable.
51-49 Buffalo, 11-0 on the season. On the road once again. Well, the unbeatens, they are falling tonight. Furman, 24th ranked team in the country, went into LSU, lost in Baton Rouge. A resounding win for LSU. So 7 teams remain in the unbeaten class. Buffalo at 11-0. That includes 4 true road wins. 2 of those road wins at West Virginia and at Syracuse. Tuesday night, they were down 4 at the half, Buffalo, in Syracuse at the Carrier Dome. Had 17 offensive rebounds in that game. First time they've beaten Syracuse since 1963. Buffalo had lost 18 straight games to Syracuse before their win. So they're playing with a lot of confidence, and they are poised even when trailing at the half, as they were by 1 point here tonight.
They dominated the last 10 minutes at Syracuse. I watched that game, and they really made every play.
Marcus Howard with a three-pointer. Ties it at 52. Howard with 11 now. Marquette has some foul trouble to deal with here. Howard playing with 3. Sam Hauser on the bench with 3. Harris goes by Kane, runs into Morrow. Shot clock to 10. Jordan spins, finds Massenberg. Adam closes quickly. Now McCray with 3 on the clock. McCray hangs, not there. Hauser with a rebound.
Good challenge without fouling by Jamal Kane. He's really had some impactful minutes.
Joey Hauser on the drive, leaves it for Morrow with the reverse. What a pass, what a finish, and Marquette on top.
Is Joey Hauser 6'9" on that pass?
Oh, Carruthers is fouled going to the hole. That was a beautiful setup.
Oh my goodness. Watch Joey Hauser, 6'9", freshman, ladies and gentlemen. Right, you see Marcus Howard right there on the 3. But look at this move here. Pocket pass on the move, jump stop. I mean, there's 4 fundamental plays in that one pass from Joey Hauser.
Freshman, Stevens Point. He's an inch taller than Sam Hauser. He is going to be a prolific scorer in the Big East here at Marquette before his career is over. He is going to be stacking them up. If he stays healthy, he'll be a 1,000-point scorer, just like his older brother. Carruthers have been aggressive going to the hole. And back at the line, knocks him down. 54-53, Marquette by 1. Buffalo's largest lead was in the first half. They led by 9. That was at the 14:05 mark, just 6 minutes into the game, had a 9-point lead. Sakar Adam with a pump fake. No, and look at Morrow up high. And a foul. As McCray just roots him out, Morrow hits the deck. Boy, Ed
Morrow's a grown man. Because if that's me, the way he fell, I wouldn't be getting up as fast as he got up. I need help from some teammates. And Ed Morrow just looking around like, what's everybody worried about?
That was a great picture of strength for Morrow. He's matching up against a 6'10" Montel McCray. Bodies hanging all over each other, and he's able to get some elevation. That was impressive. Perkins back on the floor. Morrow and Perkins are bodying each other up. Hauser. Here's Adam now.
Wow, Devontae Jordan doing an excellent job denying the basketball to Marcus Howard.
Now on the give. Howard to the hole. Finishes with the left. Marquette stayed patient offensively. Turns into a layup.
And that's that backdoor move that you were talking about, Brian, in terms of Coach Wojciechowski telling his team to look for those.
What a finish and an answer on the other end by Jordan, the junior out of Cocoa, Florida. Howard, three-pointer is up. He's fouled. Three-point shot attempt. 3 free throws from Marcus Howard. Third foul on Jordan.
So Jordan's doing an excellent job of denying him the basket. Howard goes back door, receives a handoff from Morrow, and really good finish with his offhand.
5'11" scoring on 6'8". Nick Perkins defending. So Howard at the line. Howard's hit 3 threes in this one tonight. He averages 23.2 points a game. He's the Big East leader in scoring. 4.5 assists a game as well. He gets a lot of his points at the free throw line. Sam Hauser back on the floor. He's been sitting for a while after picking up 2 quick fouls to start this second half. He and Theo John return. You're always wondering about a player's rhythm when you go to the bench that early. 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes. So we'll check Hauser. Marcus Howard in the second half. He's 3 for 4 from the field. He's 3 for 3 from the line. He scored 11 in the half. Marquette by 4. Carruthers lost the handle, gets it to the corner. John with a rebound. Sam Hauser. Oh. No rust for Sam Hauser. Comes right off the bench. Fires up a 3. He's got 12. Perkins for the answer. Short. And that's going to be Marquette ball.
Nice job by Marcus Howard, holding for the last second. Finds Hauser. Hauser gets the 3 to go. And the bench having to contain themselves.
2 made 3-pointers for Sam Hauser. Yeah, it's impressive when a guy sits for that long and comes back, gets right back into the rhythm. Howard gets a screen from John. He'll pull up a 3. Yes! Marquette run. 10-point lead. Harris to the hole.
I expect to see a lot more of that for the rest of the game. Jeremy Harris going for his.
And attacks. Gives it up. Sam Hauser for 3. That'll be short. An air ball. Right into the hands of Perkins. Marquette went on a 15-2 run in the first half. A 9-0 run here in the second half. Harris answers again. He'll go to the line. And that'll take us to a timeout. A flurry of threes for Marquette once again.
Quick draw McGraw. Quickest release in college basketball. Marcus Howard heating up.
It's a possession-by-possession game. Something good happens, you're on to the next play. Something bad happens, we're on to the next play. If this is a next play game, 1 possession at a time. Listen, we've hit a couple tough shots, but that can't be all we take, man. That can't be all we take is tough shots. Wear them down. Really good drive. Shot fake game.
Coach Woj understands that Buffalo is a team that will not go away. He doesn't want his guys to get overconfident right now with an 8-point lead, so he's breaking it down to simple terms. It's a game-by-game possession. Whether you're doing well, don't get too high on the highs. If you're not doing so well, don't get too low on the lows.
I think I know the play that he's talking about specifically. They went on that 9-0 run. And Jeremy Harris goes right down the floor in an easy layup. And Wojo was furious on that bench as Harris hits the first free throw. Harris has been the aggressor twice after that 9-0 run. This game has gone back and forth. Harris with 18. Marcus Howard has 14 in the second half. And Howard has 11 of Marquette's last 16 points. He and Sam Hauser have managed the foul trouble well. Howard had 2 in the first half. He sits with 3 now, as does Sam Hauser. Here's Joey Hauser. Massenberg on him. And Joey goes to work at 6'9". And Joey will be fouled, and to the free throw line he'll go.
I continue to be impressed with the patience and the feel of the game by Joey Hauser. You know, we keep saying he's a freshman, but he just doesn't look like one, Brian. He doesn't make bad decisions. He's not hurried. No matter what the defense does, he's able to respond and usually makes the right play.
83% free throw shooter is Joey Hauser. Joey arrived on campus last spring. He had a foot injury, required surgery, so he didn't play his senior year of high school at Stevens Point. He essentially didn't play a competitive game for 18 months, and yet he was quickly into the starting lineup. He looks like a real force, just getting his career started. Harris goes right by him, and John with another block. That's the 5th block for Theo John. He met him at the rim. Here is Carruthers. No, another block there. John on the floor. He's out of bounds. That'll stay in the possession of Buffalo, but only 8 on the shot clock.
Wow.
They're giving Theo John a hand. He deserves it.
He sure does. I mean, Jeremy Harris got to the rim. I think it caught everybody a little bit by surprise. And then Theo John challenges, gets on the floor again. When your biggest player on the team gets on the floor first, that's a great sign.
Ties a career high of 5 blocks in a game. It's the 3rd time he's done it. I think that last one he might have got a piece of as well for a 6th block. Let's see who they have. That'll be Marquette ball. Last touch by a Bull.
Joey Hauser boxed out Nick Perkins that time, face boxed him out. You usually put your back to your defender and go get the basketball. He turned and faced Perkins to keep him off the offensive glass.
Marquette's lead is 8. They have pushed it to 10. Here's Howard. He's been hot this second half. Howard, patient, short. Harris comes away with it. Bulls are running with him. All 5 down the floor. Carruthers. And a block prior to the shot. Well, count the basket, I beg your pardon. I thought he was saying on the floor, but he's saying goaltend, count it, and 1 for Dante Carruthers.
Take a look at this, Brian. Now, you see Marcus Howard coming late into the picture. He was complaining to official Roger Ayers about the non-call. He allowed Carruthers to get behind him and have a 3-point play opportunity. You can't do that in this juncture of the game.
Now, what did we just hear Wojo talk about in the huddle? It's a next play game.
Right.
It's exactly what he is talking about. I think Theo John has a little blood on his elbow. Opened up a wound there, so they'll give him a chance to close it up. Athletic trainer Brandon Yoder. That's an important body to have back on the floor, so Brandon Yoder will do his best to get him there. Well, we get a little blood. That reminds me to tell you that the twin brothers are ready to defend their titles, Bardo. It's a huge night of championship fights on Fox. Jermall Charlo takes on Matt Korobov, while Jermell Charlo defends his belt against Tony Harrison. PBC tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
So we got the cut man working on Theo John. Got him back in the game quickly. I love it.
He and Perkins have been jawing at each other, bodying each other up. It's been a great competition on individual levels here tonight. Sakar Annam goes to the hole, takes on Perkins, a block. Jordan up ahead. Carruthers runs the floor, and Carruthers with a layup. The Bulls strike fast.
Now they are relentless, aren't they?
They run on makes, they run on misses. They're always running. The running of the Bulls.
That's right.
Is their theme. 3-point game.
Now Marquette responded well in the first half when they got down. Let's see what happens now that Buffalo's making a push.
Crossover Howard draws 3 defenders. John lost his balance. Outlet pass to Carruthers. He's on the drive again. Nothing there for him. Perkins fouled. He'll go to the line. One of the underrated pieces of Nick Perkins' game, his ability to get the ball in transition on these outlet passes.
Yeah, he did a great job on the block without fouling, got it up, and then Carruthers able to finish on the other end. And now Perkins getting a chance to earn them at the line. He's really done yeoman's work on the interior for Buffalo this evening.
Third foul on Theo John. So Howard, both Hausers, and Theo John all with 3 fouls with 9:40 remaining in regulation. Back on the floor is Javon Graves. Annam will sit. Jamal Cain enters for Marquette.
Man, this is fun.
Fantastic.
Tell you what, we knew it was going to be pretty good. This definitely lived up to its expectations.
These are key minutes here for Buffalo with their top scorer, C.J. Massenberg, on the bench getting a breather. Marquette by 2 in the ball. And Cain had his pocket picked. Graves just on the floor. Graves all the way in. Cain with a block. Marcus Howard defended well as well. They got to love the effort of these two teams here tonight. This has been something. It's been an excellent non-conference matchup. Number 20 Marquette, number 14 Buffalo, the undefeated Bulls. Sam Hauser, another 3. Back up 5 goes the Golden Eagles. 15 for Sam Hauser.
Nice wrinkle that time to their screen and roll offense. It was funny what Theo John and Sam Hauser did. They confused Buffalo and got a look.
Jordan, the finger roll. No. Joey Hauser with the board. How long does Nate Oates leave Massenberg on the bench? Howard goes. Howard scores. Drives and hangs high off the glass. Howard's got 21, 16 and a half. Harris can't answer.
Jeremy Harris is going too quickly.
Three-pointers up. It's good. Sam Hauser again. 18 points for Sam Hauser. Back to a 10-point lead in a flash. Perkins will fire. Graves keeps it alive. That is Howard who clears it away. It's an 8-0 run for Marquette. Find in the corner. Steve Wojciechowski directing traffic.
Watch this wrinkle here by Marquette.
Howard is fouled before the shot. No shot. And Marcus Howard drawing the foul. What a game. 10-point lead. A flurry of threes for Marquette.
It's 10 points. Well, when we get stops, the offense is easy. But you can't go soft to the rim. You got to go like a man at the rim. Hey, Part, nice help on defense. We got to communicate better on defense.
Inside the huddle with Nate Oates, head man at Buffalo in his 4th year. There is the Jeep Grand Cherokee stat comparison. It's a 10-point Marquette lead. Buffalo got within 2 at 67-65. Marquette, Bardo, has answered with an 8-0 run.
Marquette's done a fantastic job of thwarting what the Buffalo Bulls have been trying to do here in the second half. I like what Nate Oates said, though. I want to go back to that. 2 things that stuck out. He reminded his players they've been down bigger than this before on the road in a hostile environment at West Virginia. Second, he said you got to go to the hole angry, meaning that you're not going to get calls from the officials, so you got to play through the contact. I like that.
Well, they were down 13 at West Virginia early in the season, early November game. One on the road there. Shot clock down to 7. Theo John looking for Howard, gets him. 3-pointer is up, and it is good, and he is fouled. A chance at 4 for Marcus Howard.
Well, I tell you, trying to guard Marcus Howard is a nightmare. He's so quick. He gets such elevation on his jump shot. And he's got that quick release, Brian. Really difficult to contain.
His turnovers matched his points in the first half, 5 apiece. But he has caught fire in this second half. Marcus Marcus Howard with 25, 20 in the second half. Marquette with their biggest lead. They're up 14. Massenberg back on the floor. That was an 8-0 run with Massenberg on the bench. Inside to Perkins. He is whacked. Perkins will go to the line. That's the 10th team foul for Marquette. So 6:53 remaining in regulation here, and Buffalo will be shooting 2 free throws with every foul from here on out.
And so you would expect Buffalo to put the ball on the deck and get to the rim and try to force the issue and get to the free throw line. But Marquette has been really good here defensively, limiting the dribble penetration.
As good of a shooter as Perkins is for a big man, especially from behind the arc, he's just a 66% free throw shooter. And Perkins 1 for 7 from the field tonight. Now 2 for 5 from the line.
First time we've seen full court pressure by Buffalo. Let's see how Marquette handles it.
Jordan all over Howard. Now the switch. Here's Perkins. Howard's going to shoot over him. And Howard hits another one. Are you kidding me? Marcus Howard. Have a half. 28 for Howard. 23 in the second half. Carruthers gets by Hauser. Woo! Nifty move to the basket. Oh, man. High level. You're going to see both of these teams in March Madness. Buffalo, Marquette, quality college basketball in Milwaukee here tonight. And Marcus Howard is going off here, Marco.
He's trying to get his main man going, and whatever he said seemed to work because Marcus Howard went to work. Looking for his threes. He was 1 of 7 from 3 in the first half. He's 7 of 12 here in the second half from the field. That step back, that was just nasty right there.
Includes a 4-point play. Twice now, Buffalo has switched Jordan and Perkins on Howard off the screen. Twice, Marcus Howard has buried threes. One of those, an and one for a 4-point play.
So that's a great job of adjustments by Marquette. They see what Buffalo's doing defensively. They've thrown a couple wrinkles in there to get Marcus Howard on those favorable matchups, and he's done the rest.
82-68, Marquette expanding their lead here with 6:24 remaining in regulation. And Marcus Howard has been right in the middle of it all. Foul trouble in the first half. 2 fouls, had him on the bench. Scored just 5, hit 1 3, made a couple of free throws. But he has exploded for 23 points here in the second half. He is 6 of 9 from behind the arc.
Not many players in college basketball that can heat up as quickly as Marcus Howard and take over a game. Last game, he had his own 15-0 scoring run.
Howard had 45 points against Kansas State. Marquette has wins against high-ranked teams. Kansas State, 12th in the country. Wisconsin, 12th in the country at the time. And trying to put another win on the board against 14th-ranked Buffalo. Approaching the 6-minute mark in regulation. Howard pulls on Jordan this time. Oh, come on. Come on, Marcus Howard.
Woo, that's bitter beer face material right there. Oh, my goodness.
Can't miss. He's 7 of 10 from behind the arc. There's an answer. Jeremy Harris. That's a big shot. This crowd is rocking. Howard's going crazy, and Harris buries a 3. Had been an 18-3 run before that 3-ball by Harris. 5.5 to go.
Marquette's really playing 4-on-4 because Jordan is total denial.
Joey Hauser is fouled by Perkins.
This right here was just nasty. I mean, Jordan's in good position. His hand is up. Doesn't matter. When Marcus Howard gets going, he's a new age microwave.
Here's Harris on the break, pulls it back. Long 3, Massenberg, and he hits it. Say it's a big game shooter right here. C.J. Massenberg. He can go toe-to-toe with Marcus Howard. Man, are we in for a finish here?
Yeah, Marquette's going to have to take care of the basketball. You're going to see Buffalo start doing some different things defensively.
11-point lead, Marquette. Howard goes. Howard scores. 33 points for Marcus Howard. Jordan. Charles Kane now gives it up. Perkins. Perkins has a block. John got another one. That's number 6. 6 blocks on the game for Theo John. Howard attacks. He's fouled. To the line he goes. Marquette a chance to add on.
Theo John really deserves somebody to buy dinner for him tonight. He has held down the post for Marquette. He is trying to catch his breath here because he is laying it out on the court tonight. Excellent effort on both ends.
Career best for John. Marcus Howard at the line. Last year, January, in a game against Princeton, Marcus Howard scored 52 points. He made 11 threes in that game. Howard sitting on 34 right now. He's 7 for 10 from behind the arc. He's made all 7 of his free throws, making all 8. Racking them up. Howard's got 35.
And ladies and gentlemen, this Buffalo Bulls team is a good defensive team. Marcus Howard's offense has just been better.
Here's Perkins for 3. And Hauser with a rebound. I believe I said Princeton. Providence was the 52-point game. Howard will take his time, approaching 4 minutes now. He's been the show. Now he's got Perkins on with a mismatch. See if he tries to go around him. He's hit 2 threes over him. Another one is up. He hits a third over Perkins. Massive. Another block by John. Man, oh man. It's Howard on offense. It's John on defense. 7 blocks for Theo John. Howard. Oh, is he going to do it again? You feel like he can make everything. First miss in a while for Howard. Massenberg. Air ball. Harris the rebound. Buffalo on their heels. Massenberg drills a 3. He is fouled. And a chance at 4. Oh. They don't die easy, Buffalo. Marcus Howard trying to put him away. Star of stars. College basketball tonight.
Well, we've seen 17 points in a row. Not by Marquette, by Marcus Howard. Getting to the rim, that's a difficult shot going away, hitting the glass, taking Nick Perkins to school on the step back. Marcus Howard, 17 points straight, 33 in the second half, 38 tonight.
That's a new career high, 4 points and a half in that 52-point game against Providence. He scored 32 in the second half on the road at Providence. He's got 33 in the second half here tonight. So in a span of 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the game clock, he scored 17 straight points. That's what we're talking about with Marcus Howard. Massenberg cannot complete a 4-point play. Buffalo is running out of time. They have firepower, but can they stop Marquette? More specifically, can they stop Marcus Howard? And a foul. Jordan bodied him up. That's number 4 on Devontae Jordan.
This is what makes Marquette a Big East title favorite. You've got the Hauser brothers that can really space you out. They can take you inside out. Theo John has emerged as one of the elite shot blockers in the conference. But you've got Marcus Howard, who's one of the best free throw shooters in the nation. One of the quickest releases on his three-point shot. And you can put the ball in his hands coming down the stretch, and you know that you're going to get a quality look.
And as important, what the other 4 do offensively when Howard is going off. They have to stay engaged.
Yes.
You never know when the ball is going to fall in your lap. Steve Wojciechowski makes that an emphasis every time he talks to his team. When Howard's in one of these roles, you got to be ready for that moment. It can't be just one guy, but it has been so far.
I think Marcus Howard getting those 2 fouls in the first half got some of his teammates going offensively when he wasn't in the game.
He scored the last 19 points for Marquette. We're under 3 minutes to go. Buffalo in need of a run. McCray will pull a 3. In and out. Joey Hauser secures it. And Marquette putting some stakes in the ground here. 20th ranked team in the country.
It's like Roger Ayers pointing to the shot clock. Maybe it may have a clock malfunction.
And only 1 second ticked off during that period, so Roger Ayers will take a look. So now you start to look at this resume built by Marquette with wins, significant wins. I think that loss at Indiana, which was a blowout loss at Assembly Hall, was a real turning point for Marquette because the hype was real coming in. They were picked second in the preseason polls in the Big East. Then they go on the road to Indiana November 14th. They lost by 23 points. They got it handed to them at Assembly Hall, and then things started to change for them.
Yeah, they were discombobulated a little bit. Assembly Hall,
that's
Indiana.
A good word.
Yeah, Indiana, that's a tough place to play. 18,000 coming down on your head, and they didn't play well. And you said that was a turning point. Played Kansas tough. Beat Louisville in overtime. We got Kansas State where they pounded Kansas State. We had the Wisconsin game where they won in overtime. And so now it looks like they're figuring out the time here.
I counted on my fingers. It was 7 seconds. So, I mean, I don't know if that's official, but I got 7.
Hey, it's official enough.
I mean, I use my hands a lot.
Tony Anderson, one of the officials, is over with us, trying to do the same thing, trying to count. So
if they put this to 23, then the unofficial finger count is going to be accurate.
I think
although it's in slow motion, so I think real speed would be, because both clocks stopped. Now we're going to have to get into our Mississippis here. Real speed Mississippis has kind of taken the air out of what has been a thrilling game for Steve Wojciechowski and Marquette.
Yeah, Steve Wojciechowski's like, man, get this thing fixed. Let's get out of here. Nate Oates taking a look at his team, and he's got that glare like, you know what, a lot of things went wrong tonight, but we can still figure it out. Still have a very promising season ahead of them, but they, along with Kansas State, and a couple other teams ran into that man, Marcus Howard.
Marquette 8-0 here on their home floor. The Milwaukee Bucks are 14-3 on their home floor here, Fiserv Forum, sharing this facility with one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference in the NBA. I'd say things are working out well here on the home floor. They got it in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
My Mississippi's, you know what? I'm pretty confident my 7-second Mississippis were good. I think they just did that.
Well, that's that catcher's eye, right?
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to dispute that. Howard goes to the hole. Nothing there. Here's Jordan now. 2:20 left. Carruthers all the way in. Scores the layup. Marquette led by 2 with 9:40 on the clock. It was 67-65. It's been a 27-14 run since. And Marcus Howard with 40. Marquette has Southern coming up December 28th, a week from now, and then they start conference play on January 1st. Big game against Xavier on Big Fox January 6th. They're all big in the Big East. But I tell you, St. John's, they're real this year.
Yes, they are.
They are undefeated as well. And the 8-team undefeated rank is going to drop to 6 after tonight. Furman and Buffalo.
Well, a lot of people were talking about how the Big East may be a little down. But Marquette, St. John's, Providence holding it down for the Big East. Seton Hall has ripped off 5 in a row, I believe.
That's 22 straight points for Howard. Here's Perkins and a travel.
Well, one thing we haven't really harped on a lot is a defensive effort by Marquette. I mean, they have been stifling. C.J. Massenberg dropped 25 last game at Syracuse, and he has really struggled this evening to find open looks.
I thought a key window there. Massenberg went to the bench. Marquette went on an 8-0 run with Massenberg on the bench midway through this second half. I mean, you have to get your rest at some point. But Marquette really took advantage. Howard, little step back. Has he got another one in him? Why not? I mean, why not? He's got 25 straight points for his team. And Marquette is looking at triple digits. 45 points for Marcus Howard. 40 in the second half.
You just don't see this in college basketball that often. The guy gets this hot. And I mean, it's not like he's had open looks, Brian. The Bulls have been there. They've had a hand in his face. They've tried to contain his dribble penetration. But my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, you just watched yet another classic by Marcus Howard. Unbelievable offensive effort.
This will be one of those games. You and I see a lot of college basketball. This is a rich college basketball program. By the way, Joey Hauser just fouled out. He heads to the bench. It's going to be one of those games people say, I was there to see this. Marcus Howard going off in the second half.
I'm telling you, you don't see this in college basketball, ladies and gentlemen. A player that gets this hot and stays hot. And his team is like, well, Marcus, bring us home. And that's exactly what he's done in impressive fashion.
He started his night 1 for 7 from the field. He's 11 for his last 18. He's at 9 threes. There's been some all-timers already for Marcus Howard, who hit the 1,000-point milestone in his first 2 years at Marquette. This is up there. A virtuoso performance from Marcus Howard. And Howard intentionally travels. And Howard's going to exit, and listen to this crowd give their star a hero's ovation. Tonight, he scored the last 24 for Marquette.
After a while, you just become speechless, and that's hard for you and I, Brian. But that's, tell you what, that's a performance you may not see at the next level too many nights.
Chartouni puts Marquette in the triple digits. Chartouni deserves a lot of credit tonight. That first half was held together by Joseph Chartouni and the Hauser brothers and Theo John. There's Brock Bertram, the Minnesota native. Under a minute to go.
A lot of people around the country may think Marquette is just Marcus Howard, but it showed in the first half, the juncture you're talking about, Brian, when he goes to the bench with 2 fouls, they're in a deficit to Buffalo. Looks like Buffalo's rolling. And yet the rest of the team responded very, very well.
Kane, little step back. It's all going good for Marquette tonight. 103 points on the board for the Golden Eagles. Graves answers with a 3. Shot clock is off. Shot clock hasn't really been necessary tonight. This has been great. You and I have seen a lot of games together, Stephen. This is up there among the best individual performances I've ever seen in a college basketball game.
I'd have to second that, Brian. It's been outstanding. I'm just happy I get a chance to witness it.
That'll take us to the finish line. A resounding victory for Steve Wojciechowski and the Marquette Golden Eagles. 103-85. Marcus Howard goes for 45. 40 in the second half. Theo John had 7 blocks. For Stephen Bardo and the rest of our terrific crew here in Milwaukee, I'm Brian Anderson. Good night from Fiserv Forum. Golden Eagles win it big.